Good morning and welcome to Nagler Pilates Fusion. So today we're going to do a vigorous Pilates mat workout. I call it Pilates Fusion because we do a cross between some Pilates and some body sculpt. So let's get right down into our stretches. We're going to take ourselves over into a forward bend. We always flex the feet, curl the toes, reach on up high, take yourself over, hang on to something, so not the air, but shins, knees, ankles, feet. Take yourself out and plant your hands, point your toes, flex feet, point and flex, and small circles one direction and small circles the other direction. Come right back over, just reach yourself over, draw your head towards your feet, face toward the knees. With your feet flexed and your belly taken in, extend your arms, bring your biceps by your ears, drop your head, look at your hands. All the way out, let go of the legs, let go of the feet, then flex those feet again. Lay your fingertips towards your hips, but back about 4 inches from your hips. Lift up, let go of the upper body, let go of the face. Press yourself out, intertwine the fingers, take a little roll of the wrists. Shake them out, small circles one direction, small circles the other. Then we're going to go right back into a reverse plank. So the fingertips are going to be about 4 inches back from the hips. They're wide, the palms connect to the earth. Point the toes, come on up, and the head comes at the same angle as the body. So not dropped, not lifted, but same angle as the body or close. Down to the floor, nice and easy, over in the forward bend. One more time in the reverse plank, fingertips wide, about 4 inches back, elbows in, press up, point the toes, let the head come even with the body. All the way out to hips. Come on over into all fours. We're going to stretch the shoulders. Knees wide. You're going to drop the left arm under the right. You lay down on that shoulder. You take as much weight as you want. Press on out of the right hand. Plant your left hand. Take your right arm under your left. Lay down. Come all the way down to the floor, forearms on the floor in a triangle. Notice that the elbows aren't out, the elbows are under the shoulder. Come right down to the floor. With your feet nice and wide and your toes down, take your hands way, way back. So never here, always a whole hand length back from the line of the breast. Crease of the wrist under the elbow so that the forearm is perpendicular. Thumbs grazing the ribs. Elbows graze the body, they never poke out. Slowly let your hips come down to the floor. All the way down to the floor. Intertwine the fingers behind your lower back. Draw your shoulders back. Look up. Lift your toes if you have a little more juice. All the way down. Chin to the floor. Hands into fist massage. Plant those hands way, way back. Take the look. The elbows should never poke out. Keep them in towards the body. Lift up. Walk yourself back into a child's pose. Push your weight back. Take a little press from the hands and wake up the knees. All the way up with knees nice and wide, wider than your hips. So not in line with your hips, but wider than your hips, and heels lined up with the knees. Intertwine the fingers, draw yourself back. Soften the face. All the way up, nice and easy. All right, we're going to come right into what I call the magic triad. It's a belly workout. So pay attention to the form, it's important. We're going to drop the hands with the fingers wide and what I call a diamond, magic diamond, right? We're going to put that underneath our hips. So my hips are sitting right on the tops of my hands. From here, I'm going to drop the feet and flex them. So I never want my feet apart, and I never want my toes to go slack. I want my ankles bent and my shins pulled in. Then I'm going to lift the feet and bounce lightly. Notice that this is not this, right? And it's not even this. It's a very small movement, very small. Think 3 to 6 inches, right? Fingers wide, curl the toes, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you're not keeping up, it means you're taking too big of a range of motion with your legs. Make it smaller. Again, those legs are straight, the shins pull in. The ankle is bent and the toes are curled. No space between the feet. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees into the chest. One hand on each shin. Take a little sway. Release that back. Here we go again. Hands under the hips. Extend the legs. Flex the feet. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Keep the ankles bent. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, knees in. Pull those knees in. Take a little roll of the back. So we're setting up a form that protects the back, but we also want to release it between sets. Hands underneath the hips. One more set. Here we go. Set of 20. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ankles bent. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees into the chest. Little sway. Take your arms out, left and right. Left knee into the belly and then over toward the right elbow. Once you have your outer opening, open your left palm. So your face is facing up. Then all the way out, other side, left leg extends, palms down. Right knee into the chest and over. Take your left elbow, if you like, and deepen the stretch. But your right palm comes open so that shoulder opens up. Unwind. Okay, now we're going to do the crunch. Now the crunch is a little bit different than what you're used to. So we're going to start with the shins parallel, okay? So not down, not up. Shins parallel, knees together. If you think of it, here's a perpendicular line. My knees are just going to move across that line, but without letting my heels dip or lift. So the shins stay parallel, and here's the line, and my body's going to move this way, right? So I'm going to set my hands behind my back, bring my elbows in to cradle my head, but notice that my upper body does not move. There's no movement of the upper body. I just stay still. So with my shins parallel, my feet flex as if I'm pushing on a board. We're going to start by moving the legs in and out in a small motion. Again, not this far, it's too far. So just a small motion. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Keep your shins parallel. Don't let them drop. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees into the chest. Take that little sway. Again, if you're not keeping up, it means you're probably doing this. That's way too much. It's a very small range of motion from here to here with parallel shins. Here we go. Second set. Set it up. Go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 more. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep the shins parallel. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Soles of the feet together. Take a little pat of the belly. All right, third set. Set it up. Elbows in, shins parallel. Feels like you're pressing on a board here or a leg press. Here we go. It's 1, 2, 3. Keep the range of motion small. And 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 more. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep your head steady. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees into the chest. So if you can imagine that there's something that your foot is pressing on, right? That's the best way to visualize this. Last one. Here we go. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep your shins up. And 10. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Knees into the chest. Take a little sway. Okay, last one. We're going to set up, last one in this series, I should say. We're going to set up the legs nice and straight with the ankles bent so the calves touch the floor. So don't let your feet go slack, don't let them come apart. Keep them together and keep the toes curled. The elbows come out, so they're not here but here. You look up at the sky or the ceiling and you lift up. So you're going to feel this crunch all the way down the middle of your belly. That's what we're after. Keep your gaze on the ceiling. None of this. We don't want to work the neck. We want to work the belly. So here we go. It's a lift. And again, a small lift. Starting now. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 to the floor. So again, if you notice, it's a very small range of motion. There's no pulling on the head. There's no curling of the neck. Again, here we go. Elbows out and go. 1, 2, 3. Look at the ceiling. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Keep the elbows out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 to the floor. Take a little pat. And here we go. 2 more. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Keep the ankles bent. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. If you feel it too much in your mid-back, then lift a little less. Make the motion smaller. Elbows out, and last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 to the floor. Both knees in. Take a little sway. Okay, next one, we're going to do a little Pilates scissor kick. So again, the hands are going to go under the hips for support of the back. We're going to take the legs up, and what's important here is not the drop of the leg, but the straight leg and the pointed toe. So when you do that or this, we activate muscles in the leg. That's what we're after. So take a drop of one leg, then a drop of the other, and see what your comfort zone is. You may only want to come down this far. That's fine. This is a scissor, so we're moving both legs at the same time. So here we go. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep the legs straight and the toes pointed. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees into the chest. Pull them in tight. This can get in the hips a little bit, so we want to take that little release, that little sway. And nice and easy, take those legs up, point the toes, and let's go. Straight leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go right into a happy baby. Elbows inside the shins. Hands outside the edges of the feet. Draw the thighs toward the earth. Stretch those hips. Next one, take the legs up. Same thing. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Soles of the feet together. Let those hips drop open. Take the arms overhead and just take a breath. Hands underneath the knees, round the upper back. Roll yourself up. Take 3 roll-ups. Then once you're up, come on up to all fours. So in an all fours position where we're going to work the legs, we may want to pad the knees. I like to pad the knees. So just take a regular old dish towel or bathroom towel and set it underneath your knees in an all fours position. So all fours position, crease of the wrist under the shoulder. No ski jump arms, crease of the wrist under the shoulder, fingers wide. Biceps are what we call the eyes of the elbows, turned in. So you're pushing into the biceps and the upper back, which is where your strength is. Knees are a little bit wide. We're going to take the right leg back, and again, straight leg, pointed toe, and it's a simple lift. Notice that it's not a way high lift. We'll get to that. This is just right here, from here to here. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So notice it takes a little work to not bend the elbows. You have to pull those biceps in, push out of the palms. Left leg back, point the toe. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So if you feel the urge to bend your elbows and lean too far forward, push out of the hands and turn the biceps towards each other. Second set, here we go. Right leg back, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. First side and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10, 9, 8. Keep those elbows straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last one. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. To a child's pose. Knees out, toes in. Forehead down. You rest while I get a glass of water. And come on up. Okay, now this gets harder. So from here, we're going to take our legs in a pointed toe position and a square form. That means the heel is not in or out, but it's just a square, right? The side of a square. Biceps turn in. We're going to lift in the dog lift, right? So here we go. It's 1 and 2 and 3. This gets intense really fast. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Other side, here we go. Set it up in a square form and start. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. If you start to feel it pinch, take a little less lift. Here we go, right side. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Press out of the hands. 7, 8, 9, and 10. You'll start to feel it right here. That's where we want it. Go. Left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. To the floor. Knees out, toes in. Press your weight back. Forehead to the floor. Let go. Okay, we're going to do that same thing. We're going to take it a tick faster. When we take it a tick faster, we make the range of motion smaller. So press strongly out of the arms. The minute you start to feel a little weaker, press out of the arms. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Drop it down and switch. 1, 2, 3. Push out of the hands. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. First side. Go. 1, 2, 3. You're feeling it now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Press out of the arms. 8, 9, and 10. Oh yeah. All the way down to the floor. Press your weight back. Come on up. Now we're going to take a kick from here. So same kind of form, only the knee comes in and then I'm going to kick up. Be careful not to bend the elbows when you do this. Stay strong in the arms. Actually, let's stretch the wrists a little bit first. Shake them out. Small circles one direction, small circles the other direction. And then plant them again. So here we go. So it's right knee comes in. Try not to drop the head. Keep the face somewhat parallel. It's in. And then find the lift and the pointed toe. So we're looking for right here, right? So you need to feel that. So if you do this, you won't feel it. It's knee in, find the straight leg and lift. It doesn't matter how high. You want to feel the contraction in the back of the thigh. So here we go. In and kick. In, find that pulse and that kick. In and pulse. In and pulse. Pointed toe. In and pulse. This is 6. We're going for 10. 7, and pulse. 8, and pulse. 9, turn the biceps in for strength. 10, and pulse. So note that thing I just said. From when we're here, we feel we need a little press of strength. Turn the biceps in and press out of the arms. Other side, here we go. Left knee in and pulse. In and pulse. Remember, it doesn't matter how high, we're looking for the straight leg and the pointed toe. In and pulse. This is 6 and pulse. 7 and pulse. 8 and 9. Straight leg. 10 and to the floor in a child's pose or forearms on the floor, either way. Extended arms or forearms. Come on, right back up. We're going to do it again. Here we go. In and kick. In and kick. Turn the biceps in, straight arms. In and kick. This is 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9. Going for 10, 10. And switch sides. Here we go. In, kick, in and kick. In, kick, in and kick. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. All the way down to the floor in a child's pose. Take a breath. Last one here, we're going to go a little faster. When we go a little faster, again, it's a smaller range of motion, so here that means a lighter lift. So not quite so high. So here we go. In, kick, in and kick, in, kick, but you've got to find the straight leg. So keep finding the straight leg with each kick. 6, and we're going for 12, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. All the way down, other side. Here we go. In, kick, in and kick. Work on finding the straight leg and the pointed toe. That's where your work is. Kick, 6, and 6 more, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. To the floor, all the way down. Take a rest. Come on up. Okay, so now this gets way more interesting. So we're going to take the knee in. We're going to kick out. We're going to take the leg over. We're going to bend, drop, and lift. Okay, so it's a little bit complicated, so watch it. Knee comes in, and we kick just like we did. We take the leg over to the right. We bend. We drop in the dog, lift, and drop. Okay, so I'm going to coach it. So here we go. Knee in and kick. Take it over and bend. Dog and lift and drop. Other side. Knee in and kick. Take it over and bend. Dog and lift. You adjust for the chair here. So here we go. Knee in and kick. Take it over and bend. Dog and lift and drop. Other side. In and kick and over and bend. And dog and lift and drop. Here we go. In, kick, over, bend. Dog and lift and drop. Left side. In, kick, over and bend. Dog and lift and drop. Again. In, kick, over and bend. Dog and lift and drop. Other side. In, kick, over and bend, dog and lift, and drop. A little faster. In, kick, over and bend, dog and lift, and drop. Other side. In, kick, over and bend, dog and lift, and drop. Again. In, kick, over and bend, dog and lift, and drop. Left side. In, kick, over and bend, dog and lift, and drop to the floor. All the way down. Take a child's pose. Take a rest. Come on up for a moment on your knees. Take your middle finger to your knees. Your knees are wide. Top of the hand to the floor. So not your knuckles, but top of the hand. Your hips are up in the air. And then you gently sit your hips back in millimeters to release the wrists. Come on out. Shake out the wrists. Intertwine the fingers. Small circles one direction, small circles the other. Shake them like there's water. Okay, we have one more of those sets, and we're going to do it at a fast clip. So here we go. In, kick, over, and bend, dog, lift, and drop. And in, kick, over, and bend, dog, lift, and drop. And in, kick, over, and bend, dog, lift, and drop. In, kick, over, and bend, dog, lift, and drop. Again. In, kick, over, and bend, dog, lift, and drop. In, kick, over, and bend, dog, lift, and drop. You're alternating. Right. In, kick, over, and bend, dog, lift, and drop. Left side. In, kick, over, and bend, dog, and lift, and drop. One more set. In, kick, over, and bend, dog, and lift, and drop. Last one. In, kick, over, and bend, dog, and lift, and drop. Walk yourself in to a child's pose. Take a breath. All right, we're going to work on some weights. So if you don't have weights at home, take some heavy shoes like hiking boots. And just put your hands inside the boots, and you can use those as weights. I'm going to work with 10-pounders. So we're going to work on the floor. So I'm going to face you. So I'm going to take the knees again a little bit wider than the hips. So again, this is inside the line of the hips. This is even with the hips. This is a little wider. And then I want to check my ankles, that my ankles are not turning in a triangle, but that they're even with the knees. So alignment is really important, especially when we're over 30, over 35, right? We want to start protecting our joints. Okay, so here's the bicep curl. Now I'm going to do it without the weight so you can see it first. I want the elbows to always stay in. They should never poke out. So from here, I'm going to turn my inner wrist up by the time my forearm gets parallel to the ground. And then I'm going to pull it and pop it. So if you see it from the side, there's a popping or a pulsing of the bicep. So what does that look like? I'm going to take it, I'm going to turn it. By the time I get to here, you'll start to feel the bicep pop. Then bring it in and pulse. Then as I turn, as I come down, I turn. So my wrist is in toward my waist and drop it down. Now the down is as important as the up, meaning that we want the pace to be the same. The down is part of the exercise. So watch it slowly, then we'll do it together. I'm going to turn, the wrist is up, the elbow is pinned. I'm going to pulse, and then I'm going to gently drop. Excuse me. Then I'm going to turn, elbow is in, and pulse. Turn the weight sideways and gently drop. Okay, so here we go. It's turn and pulse, gently drop. Turn and pulse, gently drop. Squeeze your butt for strength. Gently drop. Turn and pulse, gently drop. Turn and pulse and drop. Find that pulse and drop. Nice easy pace up and down. Turn and pulse, drop, and 6 and drop, and 5 and drop. You want to feel the pulse of that bicep. Drop, and 3 and drop, and 2 and drop, and 1 and drop. Get rid of the weights. Shake out your hands. Intertwine your fingers. Take a little sway back. Open up the shoulder tendons. All the way out. Now following that form, one more time. Do not let your elbows poke out. The elbows stay in. You turn, the wrist is up, and you pulse. As you come down, you turn the wrist in toward the body. Okay, here we go. It's turn and pulse, turn and drop. Turn and pulse, turn and drop. Let the bicep pulse and drop. It should feel like it's popping and drop. Turn and pulse and drop. Turn and pulse and drop. And 6 and drop. And 7, slowly drop. And 8 and drop. And 9 and drop. And 10, let's do one more. And left. Good job. Drop it down. Let go of the wrists. Okay, now we're going to do that a little faster. So when we go a little faster, pay attention to the form. Here we go. It's 1, drop, and pulse, drop, turn and pulse, drop, turn, pulse, drop, and pulse, drop. Notice how the elbow is pinned in the whole time. Pulse, drop, and pulse, drop, pulse, and drop, pulse, and drop. Go 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Drop it down, shake at the arms. We have one more of those. Get your frustrations out. All right, here we go. It's 1 and 2. Going for 10, 3. Keep it tight. Elbows pinned to the side of the body. 5 and 6. 4 more. Go 4 and 3. Feel it. 2 and 1. Good job. Drop it down. Take your hand to your shoulder cuff. Just massage the shoulder cuff. We're just resetting the shoulder tendon. And again, shake out the wrist. We have one more with both weights in your hand. If your weights are super heavy for you, then stay with alternating form. If they're medium to light, then we're going to do doubles. Here we go. Come on up, gently drop. This takes a little more concentration. Try not to swing your arms, right? It's a pulse and it's a gently drop. The drop is part of the exercise. It's slow. And drop. Go for 5 and drop. Squeeze your butt for strength and drop. And 7 and drop. 3 more. It's 3 and drop and 2 and drop. There it is. And 1 and drop. Get rid of the weights. Intertwine your fingers. Take a little drop back. We're going to come right down into a little shoulder stretch. So move your weights and your towel out of the way. Just like we did at the top of the practice, we're going to take the left arm under and lay down. Fingers wide. You take as much as little as you want. If you want more, you take your forehead to the floor. Press yourself up. Plant your left hand, take your right arm under. Lay down. If you want more, you put your forehead toward the floor. Come on out. You're on your knees. Intertwine your fingers. Draw yourself back. Nice and easy. Come down to the floor. Take yourself into a Baddha Konasana stretch. Use your elbows. Walk yourself into a straddle position. Flex feet, not your outer edge, but a comfortable stance. Hands on the thighs, knees, ankles, or 2 fingers around the toes. Bend your elbows. Draw your head forward. Come on out. Take your right shoulder on the right side of your right thigh, left shoulder on the opposite side. Flatten your belly. Reach for your feet. Don't let your feet go slack. Bend both ankles. Draw your head towards your feet. All the way out. Come on over the other side. Shoulders on either side of the thigh. Then flatten. Both ankles bent. Reach. Draw yourself forward. Come on out. Shake out the legs. And thanks for joining me for Nagler Pilates Fusion. There'll be more to come. Join us again.